Hello everyone. On today's IRS tax refund update, we'll take a look at the latest numbers from the IRS on where things currently stand with the tax return backlog many of you are still experiencing. We will also recap the latest refund batch scheduled to be released this week and take a look at one of the more persistent problems taxpayers are reporting who are finally receiving those tax refunds. And we'll check in on some of the notices taxpayers have been reporting receiving from the IRS in the last several weeks. Now taking a look at the latest numbers from the IRS, which currently have the backlog to now 6.2 million unprocessed tax returns. Now that number was at 7.2 million less than a month ago, so we continue to see significant progress finally being made, but there's still a substantial way to go. Among the backlog returns include 4.6 million paper returns and 1.6 million e-file returns remaining. For those of you waiting on your amended returns to still be processed, that current backlog has dropped to 1.5 million returns. And that is a drop of 200,000 returns since September 9th. So while we are seeing progress with amended return processing, it's moving at a much slower pace than regular 1040 paper returns. As a reminder to check the Where's My Amended Return status tracker on the IRS website and not the regular Where Is My Refund tracker. Now the next batch of direct deposit tax refunds is scheduled for release on October 5th, as confirmed by the refund status results seen here. Taxpayers reporting a refund date of this week include both e-file and paper return filers who filed as far back as January. For those of you waiting on paper checks, the next batch is scheduled for release on Friday, October 7th. In the past week, we have seen a recent surge of viewers reaching out who have finally had their tax returns processed and have discovered their expected tax refund amount has been reduced, and in some cases so significantly they now owe the IRS a balance. Now, there are a couple different reasons why this is happening, and one of the top reasons has to do with advanced child tax credit payments. For those who accidentally claimed the incorrect amount of child tax credit payments, they will fortunately not have to amend their tax return. Instead, the IRS will auto-adjust your tax return, and the same thing goes to those who claim the recovery rebate credit when the IRS already show they received that third stimulus payment. Past due obligations such as child support continue to be another leading factor of reduced refunds this year. By now, many of you have received one, if not multiple, 60-day notices as seen here, also known as Letter 2644C from the IRS. Now, they're continuing to send these out on a regular basis, and if your 60-day notice contains a line that they're waiting for your tax information to be available on their computer system, that means the IRS has still yet to process your employer's wage information to verify and match versus what you have submitted on your tax returns. Now, it should be noted there's still over 3 million unprocessed employer tax returns that is contributing to these backlogs for individual taxpayers. Now, also, there are going to be instances where a taxpayer who is in this position can submit their wage information directly to the IRS online so that the IRS can continue processing your wages on your tax return. The CP12 notice being received is related to those receiving those adjusted refunds, and this letter will provide the reason why exactly you're receiving that lowered refund amount. There were over 12 million returns this year that had errors relating to the child tax credit and recovery rebate credits, which contributed to delays even for those of you who did not claim those credits. The CP53 notice is another letter we've seen an increased amount of in recent weeks and has to do with those rejected direct deposit refunds. Oftentimes, this is because a wrong bank account was listed on a taxpayer's tax return or the bank account has since been closed. After this happens, the bank in question returns the refund to the IRS and they will issue you a paper check if you're impacted. Code 971 will appear as a result on your tax transcript, and you should receive that check within 30 to 60 days. Now, while we continue to see progress with the backlog, it should be noted these numbers are still at record highs. With the IRS working to clear the current backlog, we're less than 4 months away from the next tax season, and it's going to be telling if we will have a repeat of this past year. Let us know in the comment section below your ongoing tax issue. In the meantime, we will keep monitoring the situation for further developments, so make sure to click on the thumbs up and subscribe button below for future updates on this channel, and thanks for watching.